welcome to another edition of Rants with Big Jim. Coming here from you from Athens Community Television at www.actv23.com. Can you put that back on for me, man? Don't be playing around. All right, they're already screwing with me already with the cameras. I do the ranting, and it shouldn't be about you guys in the studio. You know, it just brings up the rant. You know what? Let's rant a little bit about how fights start. One of them could be like playing with cameras while you're trying to do a production. You know, I like to educate you folks without their humor in the background. Look at that. They're not even closed up on me. Give me a closer shot, will you? Thank you. Some respect. Listen, don't be fighting all the time, and you know who I'm talking to. Yeah. You know, you start fights by your little snappy comments. I'm going to give you a few reasons how fight starts. And I want you to try not to do any of these things that I give you an example of. Okay? One year I decided to buy the mother-in-law a cemetery plot. Yeah, as a Christmas gift, I think it was. So the next year, I didn't buy her a gift. And then she asked me, why didn't I get a gift this year? I said, well, you haven't used the gift that I gave you last year. Don't say stuff like that. You're instantly going, especially with the mother-in-law. You know, that's how that fight started. What am I here? I'm using my computer here because I jotted down some notes, even though I'm not a script kind of guy. And now they're screwing around again with the cameras. Can you get back close on me, please? Thank you. All right. Now check this out. These are true examples that you don't need to do. Learn from my mistakes. Do you need to be told these things? Obviously, some of you do from the emails I've gotten. Now listen to this one. This is how this fight started. The wife and I were watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You know, and we were in bed, so I turned to her and said, you know, you want to have sex? No, she answered. As a joke, I said, is that your final answer? And she didn't even look at me this time, simply saying yes. So I said, then I'll phone a friend. Don't say that. They'll take you serious. They'll take you serious. That's how that fight started. Here's another one with a wife. You know, we were sitting on the couch to me, and I was flipping the channels, and she asked, what's on TV? You know what I told her? Dust. Clean it up for me, will you? Couldn't see the Red Sox number on the thing there. That's how that... Be nice. You know, when they ask you a question, don't come back with that much of a smart aleck remark. You're going to hear from it like I did, all right? All right. You know, I'm not picking on the wife, but these are my mistakes. You know, we're sitting at the table at our high school reunion, and she kept staring at all this drunken guy swinging his drink as he sat alone at a nearby table. And I asked her, do you know him? Yeah, she said. He's my old boyfriend. I understand he took to drinking right after we split up those many years ago. I go, you're kidding me. She said, no, I'm not joking. So, I hear, she told me he hadn't been sober since. My God, I said, who would think a person could go on celebrating that long? Wrong thing to say. Yeah, if you want to stay happily married, that is. So, that's how that fight started. Okay? Now, here's one that most of you can, if you're not married, this is something that might happen to you. That it happened to me a couple years back. I rear-ended a car. So they were, you know, along the roadside, and slowly the other driver got out of his car, you know, and how sometimes you get so stressed in little things that seem funny. Well, I couldn't believe it. He was a dwarf. So he stormed over to my car, looked up at me and shouted, "I'm not happy." So I looked down at him and, yeah, I said it. I said, well, then which one are you? You know, sleepy. It just wasn't funny. The guy didn't like that, and he really lipped off to me quite a bit. So that's how that fight started. Now, listen to this one. You know, when you're mowing your yards, okay, be cool on this. Because when our lawnmower broke down and wouldn't run, my wife kept haunting me that I should get it fixed. Can you come back in on the, you know, this isn't a silly show. Who is giving a toot today? This guy's got a broken neck. I'm going to get rid of him. Skippy stays. Skippy stays. I haven't thrown any of my... Hey, Phillips, I got an appointment with you coming up soon. You're saying I'm delusional? You're the quack. You got it? And I'm not fishing around. There's nothing fishy smelling about this. Remember Henry? He doesn't laugh anymore. You can squeeze his feet, you can slap him, you can do anything you want. He doesn't laugh anymore. Why? Because I threw away his batteries. All right, let me finish this up. Lawnmower. So anyways, so I had to get it fixed, but somehow I always had, you know, to take care of the truck or the car, playing golf. You know what I mean? I always had something more important for me to do. I'm serious. I mean, why fix a lawnmower? So finally, she thought of a clever way to make her point. When I arrived home one day, I found her she was sitting in the tall grass. It was probably that tall by this time. And she was busily snipping away with those tiny pair of sewing scissors. That's supposed to stress a point. So I watched just for a few minutes, and I went into the house and came out and went up to her, and I handed her a toothbrush. I said, when you finish cutting the grass, you might as well sweep the driveway. I'm walking with a permanent limp from that point on. This has been Rants. Coming up with Overtime with Big Jim. Right here on ACTV23.com.